Rev up your engines!
A dealer sold a Toyota Supra for more than $100,000. He marked it up so much. To me, it just shows the greed of people. You know, they got a new model. Oh, it's hot. It's not even a Toyota Supra. It's a BMW Roadster, you know? But the guy marked it up that high because he found somebody who wanted to buy it, you know? I mean, yeah, they're fast. People are just getting too greedy. They see, oh, there's people that really want that car. Let's see how much money we can sell that thing for. They're kind of going against Toyota's whole thing of buying something that lasts, that people can afford, and then they can sell a whole bunch of them. To me, I don't even comprehend why they're even making the things. I mean, Toyota isn't even really making them. They're just BMWs, and they're marketing them. To me, that's just kind of crazy. They got a name, and then they're kind of the name by selling a BMW as a Toyota. And then the greed of people selling them for over $100,000. Things are getting silly and people get carried away with this stuff. But like I said in an earlier video, there's so much money in the world that if somebody wants to spend that kind of money, then they'll charge it to them. But hey, Toyota, I think you're going the wrong route. The doctor, Scotty, is it better to buy a used RAV4 Tacoma from a private owner or a dealer? Well, you buy it from a dealer, you're always going to pay way too much. If they give $4,000 on a trade-in, they're going to start asking at least $8,000 or $10,000 for the vehicle. They want too much money. It's always better to try to buy it from a private individual because, hey, at the dealership, they finance. When you're buying from a dealer, you're going to pay, $250 a month or whatever. Go to a private individual. Hey, they're not going to charge you $250 a month. They want all the money at once, and you just say to them, look, I can get it at the dealer. I can pay them $250 a month. I'll pay you $250 a month. Oh, no, I want the whole thing. They want the whole thing. They're going to get less money. That's just how it works when you're buying used anything. Brandon Aguero says, Scotty, any opinions on a 2010 Ford Fusion SE 4-cylinder 6-speed manual? Yeah, they're pretty good cars. The problem that they had with those was transmission problems, especially the ones that had the CVT transmissions. But if you're talking about the manual transmission, you are bypassing a lot of problem areas. Now, if you're talking about buying it, it's 10 years old, 4-cylinder. I wouldn't pay that much for it. 10-year-old Ford 4-cylinder isn't worth all that much money. If you get a decent price on it, it could be a fun car. The night clicker. How can you tell if the odometer was rolled back? Well, a lot of times you can't tell. They're all digital now, so somebody's computer savvy and they know how to go that digital thing back. You're never going to be able to figure it out. If you use any of these Carfax type things, generally you can get access to the state inspections and the reports, and they'd have the real mileage each time from when it was brand new. I just checked the car on that, and every year it showed there was more mileage, so you know it was real. But I did have a customer who bought a car, and it said it had 135, and the last inspection it said it had 195, so obviously they rolled that one back. You'd want data like that to see if it's been rolled back. Joe Pickett, I got an 09 Ford Mustang V6 with 118,000 miles. I noticed when I brake, I get a lot of brake dust. Change the brake pads to a better quality brake pad. I've had great luck over the years with Akebono, A-K-E-B-O-N-O. It's a Japanese company, but they make pads for Mustangs and lots of other cars. It's the best ceramic pads. They're quiet, they stop really well, they don't fade, and they don't leave much dust. That's what I do. Now, if you don't mind the dust, it doesn't hurt anything, but it gets everything dirty. If you don't want it dirty, change to the Akebono pads, and you won't have that problem. I've done that on tons of Mustangs. Kyle Baker says, why don't you do many older car videos? Because most people don't drive older cars anymore. I'm a professional mechanic. I run my own business. I have for the last 40 some odd years before I worked for my father, my grandfather. And I work on cars that my customers have. I don't have that many customers with older cars. I mean, if you saw recently, I had a Volkswagen Fastback station wagon. I got a guy with a 69 Mercury Cougar. But I don't make that many videos for older cars because they aren't that popular. I want to help out as many people as I possibly can with these videos. And of course, I want to make as much money as I possibly can. And if I make videos that have millions of views, then for the Google advertising, I make more money. I'm happier. And more people are watching my videos, so I'm helping more people. And I just found that really old cars, a friend of mine in Canada I went to school with years ago, he said, hey, Scotty, look at me at the classic car meet. He says, it's only me and a bunch of other old farts out there. And that's the truth. Older cars are generally only old guys looking at it. And there are more younger people than there are older people. So I generally make it with my customers' cars. Or if it's a new type of car, I'll go get my hands on one to make a video on it. If it's new technology, I want to talk about. Walk the Talk says, hey Scott, diesel or petrol? I'm a petroleum guy myself. Here in the States we call it gasoline. Diesel cars all stink to some extent. They pollute more, incomplete combustion. If you've ever been to Mexico City, you know what it stinks like when everybody's driving diesels. If everybody was driving diesels here in Houston, it would stink a lot worse than what it does. With all the laws of pollution, I doubt that diesel cars are going to be around all that much longer. Europe's saying they're going to ban them after a certain period of time, and if they do electrify stuff, things will go to electricity. I was just reading a big thing. They're trying to push electric. Big 18 wheels. They're all diesels now, but they're trying to push electric ones. And if they can build them strong enough, they have enough range and make these chargers. I saw one that had something like a 3 million watt charger that they could charge them up fast enough. I think that they would just give up with diesel 18 wheelers and they go to electric ones. Petroleum is probably the way to go, at least in the short term, because in the long term, maybe it's all going to go electric. But I mean, for regular driving cars, that's probably not going to happen for decades and decades. Too much infrastructure is needed. The big diesel trucks, they could set up their own stations for supercharging them and know where they are and charge them and know I can go 400 miles before I need a charge and then set it up ahead of time. But for regular drivers, that electricity is not going to be for a long time. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.